Hello students, welcome to section 8.4, and today we'll introduce officially trigonometry. So what I'm asking you to do is to watch the video, take good notes, and then answer a few questions. So what is trigonometry? Trigonometry by definition is a study of right triangles. And today in class we'll introduce three basic ratios, and we'll talk about sine function, cosine, and tangent. So a trig ratio is a ratio of the lengths of two sides of a right triangle. One trigonometric ratio of triangle ABC is AC over AB. Okay? And again, in this class, we'll talk about three different ratios, but in the pre-calculus, you will talk about six different ratios. So what are the three trig ratios that we will discuss in this class? The first of them is sine, and the abbreviation is SIN. We'll always use the first three letters, okay? And by definition, sine is the ratio of opposite leg over hypotenuse. Okay, so by definition, a sine is the ratio of opposite leg over hypotenuse. One thing I want to mention that sine, cosine, and tangent, it always has to be of a acute angle, because in this case I have angle A and angle B have to be acute, and angle C is always a right angle. So let's look at question over here. If I would like to write the ratio of sine of angle B, so I am sitting over here, okay? If I'm sitting over here, which leg is opposite? Please remember, the legs are always next to the right angle, so I have two legs. So one of them is 9, and the other one over here is missing. Actually, in fact, let's take a minute and find the length of the missing sides. If you use x squared plus 9 squared is equal to 41 squared, x squared plus 81 equals 41 times 41. Let me double check it. I made a mistake. 41 times 41 is equal to 1681. Subtract 81 from both sides, so you have x squared equals 1600. If you take a square root, x is equal to 40. Okay, so in fact, this is one of the triples. Okay, so this side is equal to 40. So 9 is one of the legs, 40 is another leg, and 41 is automatically a hypotenuse, because hypotenuse has to be the longest side. So sine of angle B, which leg is opposite? Okay, it has to be 9. So it will be 9 over hypotenuse, which is 41. Okay, the second example is sine of angle A. So right now I am over here. So which leg is opposite? The leg opposite would be 40, and obviously hypotenuse is automatically 41. Okay, so sine is the ratio of opposite leg over hypotenuse. So what is cosine? Okay, cosine, the abbreviation is COS, and by definition, cosine is the ratio of adjacent leg over hypotenuse. Again, adjacent leg, adjacent means the leg has to be next to it. Adjacent means touching, like adjacent, next to each other. Okay, like adjacent rooms. So let's look at first example, cosine of angle B. So cosine of angle B would be adjacent leg, which is 40, over hypotenuse, which is 41. Okay, now what is cosine of angle A, which is over here? It will be adjacent leg, which is 9, and again, hypotenuse of 41. Okay, last trig ratio that we will mention in geometry is a tangent. Okay, and if you can think about it, we already had adjacent over hypotenuse. We also had opposite over hypotenuse. So tangent is the only function that will not use hypotenuse. So by definition, tangent is a ratio of opposite leg over adjacent leg. Okay, so when I use tangent, in this case, I will either use 9 or 40. I will not use 41 in this ratio because 41 is the hypotenuse. So, question over here. What is tangent of angle B? So if I'm over here, okay, let me actually use my highlighter. Okay, so I am sitting over here, tangent of angle B. And by definition, tangent is opposite leg over adjacent leg. So there has to be 9 over 40. Okay, so this will be 9 over 40. And tangent of angle A, which is over here, okay, is opposite over adjacent, which will be 40 over 41. So this will be 40 over 41. Okay, so again, quickly, let's just review this. Okay, sine, by definition, sine of angle, because we have to have an angle, and in trigonometry we use the word theta. I will explain this in class. Sine is opposite leg over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent leg over hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite leg over hypotenuse. Some teachers still teach the shortcut, which is called SOHCAHTOA. Okay, and you may ask yourself, what does it stand for? So SOHCAHTOA stands for sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and TOA means tangent is opposite over adjacent. That's a quick way to remember the three trig ratios, SOHCAHTOA. Okay? Okay, let's practice a little bit. So what I will do with you, I will do maybe the odd problems. And again, in class, we'll explain and continue. But what I'd like you to do is, when we come back to class, I want you to understand the basics. So we don't have to use our time to explore definitions. So question number 1 is tangent of angle x. So right now, I am sitting over here. Okay? So this is where I am. And please remember, tangent, by definition, is opposite leg over adjacent leg. Okay, so the opposite leg would be 35. And adjacent leg is 12. So the answer is 35 over 12. Can we simplify this? If you can, please do it. If not, leave it the way it is. 35 and 12. 35 is 7 times 5. 12 is 3 times 4. I don't think we can simplify this. Okay? Try on your own question 3. Cosine of angle A. Okay, so pause this video and try it. Cosine by definition is adjacent leg over hypotenuse. Now you have to memorize the definitions, the ratios. So if I'm sitting over here, adjacent leg is 12. Hypotenuse is 15. Now this one I can simplify. 12 over 15 is 4/5. Question 5. Sine. Okay, let's review the definition. Sine is opposite leg over hypotenuse. Okay, so if I'm sitting over here, the opposite leg is 8. Hypotenuse, it's always the longest side, and it's always across from the right angle. So that will be over 10. And if you simplify this, it will be again 4/5. Question 7. Tangent of angle C. Again, tangent by definition is opposite leg over adjacent. So if I'm over here, opposite leg would be 21. Adjacent leg would be 28. Okay, 7 is the common factor, so this will be 3/4. Okay, and example number 9, sine of angle Z. So I'm sitting over here. Sine is opposite leg over hypotenuse. So this would be 12. Hypotenuse is the longest side across some right angle, which is 20. If you simplify this, divide by 4, divide by 4, so that would be 3/5. Okay, so I hope you like this video and you understand the basic three ratios. Again, we'll discuss this in depth in class, but at least you know the basics. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video.